Obama meets with Netanyahu. We've got the CDC messing up the entire swine flu epidemic, a worthless organization, in my opinion. We've got Homeland Security that covered it up, downplayed the severity of the flu. Then they covered up the country of origin. They accused me of racism for saying it began in Mexico when everyone knows it began in Mexico. That became a racist statement to these psycho-liberals who'll kill us all. Their political correctness will kill us all as it is. It's destroying the heart and soul of this country. They came after the Boy Scouts, this beautiful, great organization, because the Boy Scouts stand for something true, and they build character in a boy. The vermin came after the Boy Scouts. They politicize every organization in America. That's why America is weak now. That is why we elected an imposter to the presidency. An inexperienced imposter is running America. The most powerful man in the world is an inexperienced community organizer from the Chicago backwards. How did this happen? Because America is a weak nation. Its character has been almost entirely wiped out. The radical left has been on a warpath for 40 straight years, and it has infected the body politic to the point where I don't think the body can recover from the psychic flu of its soul, of the soul. I don't know if this country can ever come back. The only way this country can come back is if each and every man, woman, and child in this country recognizes that it has to come back from within them. What is a nation but the people? And when the people are weakened by pornography, when the people are weakened by entertainment, when the people are weakened by a constant feed of sluts from Hollywood, when the people are weakened by sports in their head, what are they? They're nothing. There's nothing. They shall disappear from the earth like fluff in the wind. And our Islamist enemies know that, and they sense victory. They sense victory. They come here and visit, and they see morons, men walking around in Bermuda shorts, stuffing their faces with hamburgers on the weekend, incapable of defending their families, incapable of defending their nation. The only way this country can survive is if each and every man, woman, and child understands that the future of this nation is within their own soul. It's not outside. It's not in the government. It's in you. You have to strengthen yourself. You have to find within you the greatness that this nation once was. You have to reconnect with the geniuses who created America. You have to recreate in yourself the labor of your ancestors in order to come back to your own humanhood. And then the nation will find the politicians to lead it. Right now, Obama is the perfect politician because he is an imposter. Because we are a nation of imposters. Everything is fraudulent. From top to bottom, we are a fraudulent people. You have phonies in Hollywood who pretend to be heroes. The heroes are vilified and the phonies are held up as heroes. The wild men in Hollywood all pretend to be outsiders, wild outsiders, blow dope in their every day blowing dope in their lungs and going on Larry King to play wild men in the movies. But behind the scenes, they're quaking leaves. And they vilify the real men. They vilify the real women in this country. They spit on the real people in this country. You're the real person. What's happened to you in this country? The last administration sold out virtually every factory that they could put on wheels and ship over to an airport and send over to China. That was your George Bush Republican. Virtually every aspect of America has been gutted out by quislings looking for the bottom line. So where is America? Does it exist anymore? Your Department of Homeland Security won't even call it a war on terror anymore. They tell you to prepare for international troubles. But they want trillions of dollars to fight the war on something or other, but it's no longer called a war on terror. They're renaming everything. Swine flu became a new name. Then they told you had nothing to worry about. Then they lied and said, although it started in Mexico, there's no reason to close the borders to Mexico because, well, they used some phrase that made no sense. A fifth grader with any logic in their mind would have known the president was lying and Napolitano was lying when they said to a man, they said the same thing. Well, there's no point in closing the barn door when the horse has already gotten out. Yeah, but there were more people infected with the disease still in Mexico. So you stop them from coming over here, you stop people from going there, and at least you minimize the spread of the disease. That's epidemiology 101. So I say that, and a low-life, degenerate congressman from New York starts calling me names. Racist this, racist that. I have a real degree in epidemiology. While he was pursuing a law degree to learn how to rob people, I was actually studying epidemics. While that low-life grifter from Suffolk County was learning how to smear dirty judges in Suffolk County in order to get himself a congressional seat, I was actually studying epidemics. That's what went on. The real Paul Revere's are spit upon by the vermin. And so you think one man can save a country? You're mistaken. One man can damage a country very severely, as Bill Clinton did. Let's go all the way back to Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton probably did more to destroy the soul of this nation than any single man before him. He was the equivalent of a Roman emperor, and he debased the morality of America. Young girls who would never perform such things started to do certain sexual acts. It spread like a virus throughout the young girls of this country because the president made it cool. After all, he played the saxophone and he wore sunglasses. And if he can get girls to do those things to him, what's wrong with doing it to anyone they find in a schoolyard? Then what happened after Clinton? We had a fake Republican, an imposter, a fraud, a man who was a fiscal socialist, George Bush. Him and his cronies sacked the Treasury. And as I warned you 6 months before Bush left power, you've seen nothing yet. And boy, was I right. In the last 3 months, whatever was left, they stole. They took the doors off the hinges. They stole every dime they could get their hands on and then some. And here's Obama. He was supposed to bring us change. He was supposed to bring us hope. So he takes his cronies and he puts them in charge of various things. Guy becomes the auto czar. He screws the dealers in the Chrysler network in order to make sure that the private firm that owns Chrysler, remember, it's not a publicly traded company. Remember, it is a private firm that received billions of dollars of taxpayer money, and then they screwed the Chrysler dealers. Why? Well, you could figure out pretty much why he's building a 15,000 square foot house out on Long Island. After all, he's a man of the people, the car czar. He is a man of the people. That's why he can build a big house in the Hamptons when no one else is building them. After all, a man who's a man of the people needs a 15,000 square foot house in the Hamptons to show he's down with the people. So there's your Obama. He appoints one tax dodger after another. He appoints 7,000 lobbyists. How many did he appoint? How many hundreds of lobbyists? Was it dozens, thousands? No one knows. Said he wouldn't, did it. Now he's tacking away from the left, disappointing them, thank God. He understood the danger of appealing to the psychopathic degenerates in the ACLU. They want trials for the men in the CIA who defended the nation against Islamists who would blow you off the planet. Nancy Pelosi gets caught in that web, her own web. She starts listening to the maniacs in the ACLU and says, I'll take on the CIA. I'm bigger than the CIA, says Nancy Pelosi. I'm so powerful right now, I can destroy the CIA. I'm so powerful. Look at me. Women fly. I'll destroy the CIA with the help of these lovely little boys from the ACLU. We'll kill them! We'll destroy the CIA! She took on a bigger battle than she ever thought she could, and she was caught in her own lie. That's what's happened. Do you think the radical left thinks that they're through? You're wrong. They're now rallying the troops, and they want Pelosi and Obama to go after the CIA to the detriment of the entire Western world. Will that stop them? No.
Savage. Michael Savage. Afternoons 3 to 7 on Talk 910 KNEW and online at 910KNEW.com.